Hello wonderful humans, and thank you for joining me today. I thought that it was a good opportunity while I took a week off from my Wheel of Time videos to introduce myself, because I've been doing these videos for 2 months now and I haven't quite introduced myself. So while you might know that my channel name is Lady Ruth Reads, and given I assume you're able to deductively work out that my name is Ruth, I haven't really given you any other information about myself. I did do a video of 5 books that tell you something about me. So if you've watched that, you might have a little bit of insight into who I am as a person. But I thought that the best thing to do was to introduce myself. So here you go. I'm going to be using the Writer's Handbook, Writer's Workbook, Ready Set Novel, which was written, created by the organisers of the National Novel Writing Month, and NaNoWriMo. Should be called International Novel Writing Month, given how many people outside of America take part, but that's not the point right now. So I'm going to be using this book and treating myself as a character, just because that's fun. So I have taken one of these templates here, the character profiling, and I'm just going to talk you through each of the points on this page. That's really all I'm going to do today, so you might get a little bit of insight into who I am. So the first one should be an easy one, but the first one is my name. My name is Ruth. Technically it's Lady Ruth. Because earlier in the year, I purchased a plot of land in Scotland. It is a very small plot of land, actually 2 plots. One is in Lochaber, and the other is in Glencoe. I have the official certificate to prove it. I'll do a better photo of it, but I am Lady of Glencoe, Lady Ruth Lawler. Highland Titles is who I purchased that from, and it's one of those groups. It's a conservation group in Scotland that you can purchase a plot of land, a hectare. I don't actually know how much. It's a small amount of land. I like to think it's like this much land. I don't know how much of the land it is, but I own a small lot of land, and so therefore my name is Lady Ruth. I'm a lady of Glencoe. So that's fun. Nicknames. I've never really had any nicknames. Ruth is what I go by. My age, I'm 32 years old, and my birth date is in November, so it's not that far away now. If you're interested in that, it's not on the thing. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I'm a Sagittarius. Next one is male or female. There's no other boxes. I'd say if they were creating this, if NaNoWriMo, knowing what their stance is on all of these kind of things, they would have other boxes now, or they would just leave it off completely. I identify as female. My pronouns are she, her. My race or ethnicity, I'm Australian, European descent to be precise. Scottish, Irish, English, French, German, I think, and some other questions about some ancestry in the mix as well, but majority of my family on both sides of the family can be traced back to Scotland and Ireland, and then other places as well. So that is the bare basics. That is the top part here. I'm not gonna, this is me, this is the photo that you get. Location is the next one, and I am located in Australia in a place called Bendigo, Victoria. So about 2 hours north of Melbourne. It's a nice place to live. It was a gold rush town in the 1800s. It's actually it had a lot of gold come out of it, and we still have active gold mines in, or just outside of town. It's got some beautiful old buildings, but by old we're talking 1800s, somewhere in there, mostly mid 1800s and later. Actually the majority of them are probably closer to the 1900s. So it's not a super old architectural sort of design place, but it's beautiful. Some great countryside around, some bushland, some parkland, some lovely places around as well. And it's a really easy drive to Melbourne. Normally when we're not in lockdown, we're not currently in a hard lockdown where I am, but Melbourne is still in a hard lockdown. So normally I would drive down to Melbourne quite regularly, but that's for the last 18 months, 2 years, that hasn't been happening. Profession. I am currently not teaching, but I am a teacher. High school, secondary school teacher, drama and English. So English literature, more the point. It's not like English language, it's studying text. Drama though is my true love. I enjoy teaching drama. I actually really do miss being in the classroom at the moment, but I'm working school adjacent, I suppose, doing leadership programs, running events, which is why I do get quite busy sometimes, and sometimes I might miss a video here or there because I do run events and they fall at different times during the week. And I'm often on the road as well. Again, because of lockdown, because of restrictions, I haven't been driving as much, but I work in quite a large area covering distances where I'll drive up to 3 or 4 hours away to get to some of the locations I work in. So that's me, that's my profession. My education background. I finished secondary school. I have a Bachelor of Arts with honours in theatre studies, but I double majored in literature and theatre studies. So that's sort of what I studied in my undergraduate. And then after that, I did a graduate diploma of education in secondary teaching. So that was great. And that's where I studied to be a English and drama teacher. And then since then, what else have I done? Well, I'm currently doing my master's. I'm doing a master's in education and theology, and I'm currently in my final semester writing my minor thesis. Again, why I'm quite busy at the moment, a little bit stretched thin, but super busy getting that done. 16,000 words on the importance of community and connection for young people, and the idea of engaging the imagination in that sort of developmental process. That's where I'm at. That's my education background and what I'm currently doing. Is this interesting for you? I hope this is interesting for you. At least you're getting to know me a little bit. Next one is hobbies and interests. And I really was struggling with this one because I don't have a whole lot of hobbies that I do. I read. I normally would go to the theatre and go see musicals. Musicals are a huge interest of mine. Absolutely love musicals. Missing live theatre hugely, more so than I think sometimes I realise. It's like this little gap in my life that I'm looking forward to returning to the theatre as an audience member at some point in the near future. Other interests, I love Disney, Disney movies, particularly like the animated movies from the 90s, the late 80s, 90s, the golden age, Beauty and the Beast, Mulan. Beauty and the Beast and Mulan and maybe The Little Mermaid probably all alternate as my favourite. Currently it's Beauty and the Beast. Last year it was definitely Mulan. But I'm talking the animated movies. The live action movies are fine, but I treat them as a different category. It's not the same story. It is the same story. It's not the same. What else do I enjoy? My other interests, travel. I absolutely adore travel. I'm looking forward to being able to go traveling again. There's a loud car out there. I live on the main road in one of the main roads in town, and there's a traffic light outside. So I often end up, if you ever hear in the background some traffic noise, that's what's going on there. What else do I like? I enjoy sewing. I haven't been doing it much lately. I don't have the space to set it up and leave it making clothes, particularly dresses, costumes. That's a few of my interests. I have other interests, I'm sure I do. I write. I write. I have participated in NaNoWriMo a few times now. I've never won, though. I always happen to end up with a lot of things going on in November. It's a really busy month for me. It's the end of the school year, so when I was teaching, it was always the time where we were marking exams and writing reports. Now it happens to be the time that I'm really running big events. And this year I don't think I can participate because I'm running a huge event in November, or 2 big events actually. One big one middle range one. And I'm also finishing off my minor thesis. So it's a big month. I probably won't do it, but I love writing as well. And I'm hoping one day I might continue on with my my work in progress. We'll see. So that's my hobbies and interests. Now the next one is political and or religious beliefs. Not really going to go into that very much. I don't talk about politics very often. It's just not something I enjoy talking about. I engage when I need to. I think it's really important that we engage in these things, but I don't know what to say. I hope that says something. That probably says a lot about me actually. The last one, I don't quite know what to say here. Disposition and personality. And I think I'm going to just sort of keep this really brief and say I'm an introvert. I am not an introvert that can't be around people though. I can be. I really enjoy being around other people. I run events. I work in classrooms. I'm constantly surrounded by people. But then I come home and I live on my own and I love it. It's really nice to be able to have the best of both worlds, have people that I can engage with, friends as well. I do have friends. And it's really great that I can then come home into my own space and just sort of chill and renew myself, however you want to look at it. Introvert, I can be a little bit on the shy side, a little bit socially awkward if I meet people out in public, if I don't know them, if I don't feel comfortable. But I think we can all be a bit that way at times. A lot of people get surprised when they realise that. So when they know me and when they've seen me in my official role, or they've met me when I've been surrounded by other friends and it's one new person in the group, then they get surprised that I would say that I'm a shy person, but I am. Can be. That's probably me. I don't have much more to say on that one. Sorry, I haven't offered you much insight. Currently I am reading 2 books. I generally have 2 books on the go. One is an audiobook. I have just started The Bridge Kingdom as an audiobook. It's part of the Audible Plus, whatever the new thing is that they're offering there. That I'm enjoying. That's good. I'm interested to see where that goes. And the other one is something to do with Midnight Stars. I can't remember I'll insert an image of it here, or here. I'll insert an image of the book. I'm reading that. I have about 100 pages to go. I am really loving that. I don't want it to end. That's why I put it on hold, because I don't want it to end. Really love it. I might give you some more information about that in the future. And yeah, get it down in the comments, like the video, let me know about you, subscribe to the channel. I know that's not in the right order, but yeah, I want to know more about you. Maybe you can answer some of these questions about yourself. Yeah, subscribe, like the video, come back next week. I'll talk more about Wheel of Time. I'm starting the Dragon Reborn. I've really enjoyed the Dragon Reborn, so I'm looking forward to, it was a ride. I went back and had a quick look at some of my notes from the start of it. Oh wow, it was a journey. So I'm looking forward to these videos as I revisit my notes. And I am due probably this weekend to start reading the next book. I think The Shadow Rising, I think that's what it's called. As soon as I finish that Midnight Stars book, I will start on the next Wheel of Time book, reading that, and I'm looking forward to it. Now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to cut it off there and say thank you for watching, and get down in the comments, say hi, and I'll see you soon.